You're looking at $24 of Tide sitting on your washing machine. To you, it's laundry detergent. To the chemical industry, it's a 900% markup on 3 ingredients that cost $5 total. And here's what's wild. Those 3 ingredients are sitting on the bottom shelf at Walmart right now, in boxes you walk past every single week. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact recipe for a 5-gallon laundry gel that replaces every drop of liquid detergent in your house for an entire year. Total cost, $5. Total loads, 300. Usage, half a cup per load. But first, you need to understand how the markup works. This isn't an accident, this is design. Here's the secret nobody talks about. 90% of every detergent bottle on that shelf is just water. That's not an exaggeration. Pour out a bottle of Tide, and roughly 9/10 of what hits the drain is plain tap water with food coloring in it. The actual cleaning agent, the surfactant, makes up less than 3% of the bottle. The rest is water, dye, and synthetic fragrance. You are paying $24 to ship water across the country in a plastic jug. And you've been doing it your entire adult life without once questioning what's actually inside. In the 1950s, the soap industry figured out something brilliant. They couldn't charge premium prices for raw minerals. Anyone could buy those. So they did something else. They added a scent. They called it Mountain Spring. They called it Ocean Breeze. And after about a decade of advertising, the average American brain started to associate that synthetic smell with the concept of clean. Think about that. You don't actually know if your clothes are clean. You smell them. And if they smell like that fragrance, your brain says clean. That's not chemistry. That's conditioning. Your nose has been trained to validate a markup. Generation after generation, the same trick, the same shelf, the same $24 bottle of blue water. Now here's where it gets interesting, and this is the part that changes everything. The actual chemistry of cleaning clothes does not require any of this. It requires 3 things: a surfactant to break surface tension, a water softener to neutralize hard water minerals, and an alkaline catalyst to lift oils off fabric fibers. That's it. 3 ingredients. No synthetic dyes, no petroleum-derived fragrance, no optical brighteners. Total cost in bulk, under $5 for a year's supply. And every one of these ingredients is hiding in plain sight on shelves you've already been standing in front of. Let me show you exactly what to buy and where. The first ingredient is washing soda, not baking soda, washing soda. These are 2 completely different things, and the distinction matters. The brand name is Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda, and it comes in a bright yellow 3-pound box. You can find it at Walmart for around $4.99, at most grocery stores, and on Amazon for about $6. This is sodium carbonate, the alkaline catalyst. When this hits water, it creates a pH spike of around 11, which physically lifts proteins and oils off your fabric at the molecular level. This is the workhorse of the entire recipe, the same mineral that commercial laundries relied on for decades before liquid detergent was ever invented. The synthetic detergent industry couldn't patent it, so they buried it on the bottom shelf and sold you water instead. The second ingredient is borax. The brand is 20 Mule Team Borax. Bottom shelf, about $5 for a 4-pound box at Walmart, Target, or Home Depot. Borax is a natural mineral mined out of dry lake beds in California, and its job is to soften your water. Hard water, which most of America has, wraps calcium and magnesium minerals around dirt particles and makes them stick to your clothes. Borax breaks those bonds before they set. Without this step, you're cleaning your clothes in liquid concrete and wondering why they never quite look or smell right. Now here's the question that shows up in every comment section. Is borax used alone or mixed with the other ingredients? It's mixed. You're not dumping straight borax into your washing machine. You're combining it with washing soda and soap to create a complete cleaning system. Borax handles hard water and odors. Washing soda boosts cleaning power and alkalinity, and the third ingredient handles the actual grease and oil lifting. The third ingredient is Castile soap. The brand to look for is Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Bar Soap, about $4.50 per bar. You can also use Kirk's Castile, which runs closer to $2 a bar. Any decent grocery store carries it. This is your surfactant, the actual soap molecule that grabs onto grease and rinses it away with water. 1 bar of this replaces a full quart of liquid surfactant in any commercial detergent. This is the molecule the entire synthetic detergent industry was engineered to replace because they couldn't patent it and charge you $24 for water mixed with it. That's it. 3 ingredients. Total cost, roughly $13 for the materials. And you'll have leftovers from each box that carry you through another full batch. Effective cost per year, about $5. Now here's how you actually make it. Stay with me, because the technique matters as much as the ingredients. Take your bar of Castile soap and grate it on a regular cheese grater into a small saucepan. You're aiming for about 1 full cup of grated soap flakes. Add 4 cups of hot water to the pan and put it on low heat. Stir slowly for about 10 minutes until every single flake has dissolved completely into the water. Do not let it boil. You'll create foam that ruins the consistency and makes the gel harder to work with later. While that's melting, take a 5-gallon bucket. Home Depot sells the orange ones for $3.50 and fill it about halfway with the hottest tap water your sink will produce. The hotter the better. It helps the chemistry along. Pour your melted soap mixture into the bucket, then add 1 full cup of washing soda and 1 full cup of borax. Stir slowly with a long wooden spoon for about 2 minutes. You'll feel the texture change as the chemistry kicks in. The water gets slightly thicker, slightly cloudy. That's the alkalinity rising and the minerals bonding together. And here's the part nobody tells you. Let it sit overnight. Do not try to use it right away. Within 12 hours, the entire bucket transforms into a thick, semi-translucent gel. That's the phase change. That's what you're after. That gel is now a concentrated detergent that will run for roughly 300 loads, 1 full year of laundry for a family of 4. Per load, use about half a cup of the gel. Just scoop it and drop it directly into the drum or into the detergent tray if you have a front loader. It dissolves instantly in any water temperature, including cold cycles. Now, you might be wondering, will this destroy my high-efficiency washing machine? Actually, it's the opposite. Synthetic detergents are engineered to create suds because marketing teams in the 1960s convinced people that suds meant cleaning power. But suds don't clean anything. They're just air bubbles, and they clog the drainage sensors on modern HE machines over time. This recipe is naturally low sudsing because it's real soap chemistry. Your machine was designed for this before the industry changed the standard and started selling you bottles of colored water in premium packaging. For front loaders, start with about 1/3 of a cup and increase only if needed. This is concentrated. You don't need as much as you think. Here's the reality check. This isn't magic. It's not a clever internet trick. This is the formula commercial laundries used for decades before liquid detergent existed. Castile soap lifts oils and dirt. Washing soda boosts cleaning power and alkalinity. Borax tackles hard water, odors, and stains. That's the chemistry. That's all it has ever been. And because there are no synthetic dyes, no optical brighteners, and no fragrance chemicals in this recipe, it won't trigger eczema, baby skin reactions, or the migraines that heavily scented detergents cause in sensitive people. If you've ever had a child break out in a rash from a so-called free and clear detergent, that's why. Free and clear still contains synthetic surfactants and residual processing chemicals. This recipe doesn't. There's nothing in here that didn't exist 200 years ago. So let's recap. The $60 billion laundry industry sells you a plastic bottle that's 90% water and 10% ingredients you can buy for $5, 3 minerals, washing soda, borax, and Castile soap. Replace every premium detergent on that shelf. A 5-gallon bucket lasts a family of 4 for an entire year, and your clothes come out cleaner, not dirtier. You just saved yourself over $200 annually. You now know exactly what a $60 billion industry is counting on you not knowing. The next time you walk past that shelf at Walmart, you'll see it completely differently. You'll see the markup, you'll see the water, you'll see the trick. If this saved you money, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm to show this to other people getting ripped off every week. And if you want the next material science trick that replaces an even bigger household markup, the video on your screen right now shows you exactly that.